My name is Jason Hoffer, our host of our Crowe Studio.AI here in our downtown Chicago office. Today, we're talking about how we are leveraging AI to solve real-world problems. And these problems are not just making things more effective and more efficient, but they're solving real human-centered experiences, especially inside of our financial services market. Today, we have the privilege of meeting with Mark Blosser, who is our credit transformation czar. And Mark, I'm not quite sure what that means, but you've been at this a long time. So explain to us, what is it you do?
Well, I've been at it a long time, and I appreciate you having me to be able to talk about this. But yeah, really what I do is lead our credit transformation offerings in the commercial credit space. And what we do is really identify the jobs to be done our customers have that we can automate and make more efficient.
Fantastic. So Mark, how have you gone about doing this? You've solved these problems for a long time.
Long time.
What job have you isolated that you're now solving the real world problem of?
Sure. Good question. So we've been focusing on the credit analyst role for quite a long time and their jobs and how we can automate those. And there's one job a credit analyst has, and that's the credit review narrative, or analyzing a borrower's financial statement to where they have to draft the narrative around what's changed with that borrower over the past 3 years of analysis they're looking at. And it can be a very daunting task for a credit analyst because generally an entry-level position, there's a lot of turnover in that role, and it can create a lot of anxiety in that credit analyst role. And trying to draft, what has changed in this financial analysis that could affect the borrower's credit risk, which is really important.
So how have you leveraged AI to make that process more effective, more efficient, but also more impactful to that credit analyst and the job that they're in?
Sure. So I'll give it to you from the perspective of sitting in a credit analyst chair. So if I'm in the credit analyst chair and I have a borrower's financial statement and I'm analyzing that financial statement, so I have 3 years of financial data. I'm looking at an income statement, balance sheet, key ratios of this borrower. Generally, what I would do as a credit analyst, I'd sit there and I would spend hours looking at this, trying to figure out what's changed and try to draft a narrative about what's important about all those changes within the income statement, balance sheet, and key ratio. But now with AI, I can be a credit analyst sitting there looking at this financial analysis. I can generate the prompts, hit the prompts that overlay over this financial analysis. And within minutes, I have everything summarized of what's changed in that financial analysis. And more importantly, not only do I have what's changed, sales change, profitability change year over year. That's great. But what AI, these prompts can help them do is understand the why. So for example, if my current ratio went down, which is a key important item to understand in a borrower's financial statement, my current ratio went down. I want to know why. And our AI prompts can tell you why. Well, the current ratio went down because cash and receivables decreased or because my current liabilities increased. So that's what really, helps with the efficiency and the accuracy and provides a better narrative around a financial analysis because you can get to the why faster and more accurately.
So how now does that analyst feel, or even those who receive this report, how now do they feel and how now do they look because of this process you've improved?
Yeah, well, efficiency is the primary motive or the factor to get to that why and get to that analysis faster. Because if I have to analyze 500 credits in a month, getting through those in an effective and efficient manner is very important. So the efficiency play is enormous. You can cut hours down to minutes. But in that process, though, as a credit goes through that process to the different review levels, there's more confidence in what's coming through, that we're not going to have to spend a lot of time changing what that narrative says or correcting what that narrative says, because it's going to be accurate from the beginning when it comes through. So that's really important in that process.
Fantastic. Can you show us how this works?
Man, I'd love to show you.
Awesome.
I'd love to show you. So here's what we got. So we have a financial statement spread or financial statement analysis here, and our AI prompts are here, and it overlays on that financial statement spread. So the credit analysis just generate those prompts, and as you can see here, it's going to start scrolling, and by the time we get done talking here, it's going to have analyzed the entire income statement, balance sheet, and key ratios, highlighting and summarize what's changed. My sales changed, my profitability changed, my liabilities changed, my net worth changed, all that stuff it's going to highlight as it goes through those three financial statements. But then it's also going to get to why did these things change? So if my net income went down over 3 years, it's going to provide me, net income went down because it was a combination of sales going down, my gross margin going down, and my increase in salesperson commissions, for instance, increased, which caused my profitability to go down. And that is so important to understand and draft in a narrative around a credit review that it instantly gives you that there in minutes. And the credit analyst can take this now and copy and paste whatever they want into their credit review template as their narrative and as their analysis that can go on for review in a much quicker, more efficient, accurate manner.
Fantastic.
Well, it's good stuff.
I love
it.
how you've leveraged technology and AI to not just make things more effective, more efficient, but to improve the human experience.
Put a smile on a credit analyst's face, tell you that, make them look smarter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Hope to see you again next time. And if you want to learn more about this, you'll see Mark Blosser's contact info on the screen. And until next time, thanks so much.